Nearly 140 years ago, Mark Twain released one of his seminal works, The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. Now, another writer is taking on the story from a new perspective. Percival Everett is the author of the New York Times bestseller, James, which retells the story of Huck Finn from the perspective of Huck's companion, Jim, an enslaved runaway. The book has received rave reviews, with the New York Times describing it as, quote, a tangled and subversive homage, a labor of rough love. Pulitzer Prize finalist Percival Everett joins us now. He's author of the novel titled Erasure, which was adapted into the Oscar-winning screenplay for the movie American Fiction. Congratulations on that as well, Percival. That is extraordinary. What a great film that was. I do want to ask you, though, about James, because it's such a fascinating idea. We can talk about the story first, but why you read Huck Finn and said, okay, let's tell this from a different point of view.
Well, thanks for having me, of course. I can't say that I had a burning desire my entire career to make this novel. It occurred to me quite suddenly. But it's a novel that's occupied a fairly hefty slot on the American literary landscape. So, but it's an important novel, and I'm not sure what made me decide to do it, except that it came to me one day.
Percival, you had to read, or you decided, as you began work on James, and congratulations on it, by the way. It is a fabulous idea to tell Huck Finn from the point of view of Jim. So you read Huck Finn a bunch of times in a row. You read it over and over again to sort of internalize it. What did you take in? What was it about that book? Did you end up warming to it? Did you feel that it really was, at least to that point, the great American novel for some deep human reasons, or because of race, or what did you think of the work that you took as your starting point?
Well, certainly the two important things about the novel. One is it's told in the vernacular. That was new. And we had this first person adolescent who represents a young America, an adolescent America moving through its own landscape, his own landscape, and dealing with that most defining aspect of the American experience from its inception until now, which is race. No novel had really had America face it. There had been plenty of works about slavery, but none that addressed an enslaved person. The shortcoming of the novel, of course, is that the depiction of Jim is childlike, simple-minded, superstitious, but it wasn't Twain's mission to tell Jim's story anyway. He was telling the story of a young white boy, and it was an adventure.
And so how was it difficult for you then, as you began writing, how hard was it for you to sort of get into the mind of James and to imagine the experience from his point of view? Did your own life experience was it your own life experience? Was it your knowledge of history, or was it a hard thing to do, or what was that like?
Well, I guess the irritating part of being an American is that evolution is such a slow process, and so a lot of the fears that we feel today, just walking around, would have been the same things that James felt, multiplied by 1,000. I can go out and move around the world by myself without needing somebody white to justify my solitude. I'm not an escaped slave because I'm alone. On the other hand, our experience of seeing the blue lights of a police car behind us are very different from the experiences of white people. There's a lot of history there. It's there's an alarm that we feel that's quite visceral and it's a historic fear, and it's frightening. So I just amplified that in myself to understand what it would have been like for James to move through this landscape.
The acclaimed book James is available now. New York Times bestselling author Percival Everett. Congratulations on the success of the book, and thank you for being with us. We appreciate it.